everybody, it's Dr. Dave from Dr. Dave's Best. And I'm very excited to be with you today and tell you about our RG-Cell stem cell support system. Now, RG-Cell has been available on the market for approximately 1 year now, and it's been one of our best sellers, and for good reason. It works, and it works amazingly well. For you to understand a little bit more about the product, I need to tell you a little bit more about stem cells and what they are, particularly with what they do for your skin. So most people know about the word stem cell, and they know that it means something good. It means something regenerative in your body. Well, all over your body you have these cells that are dedicated to rejuvenation and regeneration. They are called stem cells. Now, they do age just like regular cells, or at least in some fashion similar to regular cells. So as you get older, they become less effective at regeneration and repair. And this is one of the reasons why we start to get old and why we start to look old. Our skin is a huge repository of stem cells, but as we age, they become less functional and probably less numerous as well. So as the technology for improving stem cell behavior became available, we thought, wouldn't it be fabulous if we could really put this into a serum that would work for the skin and bring back a youthful look to your skin. And that's exactly what RG-Cell Stem Cell Support Serum is designed to do. It's designed to wake up those stem cells, reprogram them to behave more like young stem cells, have them make some proteins in your skin called collagen that are more like the kinds of collagen that your stem cells eventually made when they became more mature cells. So stem cells and collagen is a very important topic. As we get older, the types of collagen in our skin change. And that's because as our stem cells mature into what we call fibroblasts, the fibroblasts also get older and they don't behave the way they should, or at least the way they did when we were younger. So in reprogramming the stem cell behavior, we can also reprogram the collagen secretion of these fibroblasts. And that's what gives us that youthful tone to our skin, the lack of wrinkles, gets rid of wrinkles, improves the deep wrinkles and makes them less deep, and improves the way your skin looks, makes you look younger by restoring the collagen to the basic way that it was when your skin cells were younger. So the primary part of the system that we're going to talk about first is the actual serum. And what the serum is 4 stem cell stimulating factors and about 20 other assorted phytochemicals. When I say phyto, I mean plant-derived chemicals that are designed to improve the circulation in your skin. They're designed to improve the appearance of your skin and the glow of your skin. So that's all those 20 other things. There's a lot of things they do, but the 4 main ones are the stem cell activators, and they include EGF-1, that's epidermal growth factor number 1, phytoplacenta. Now, some of you who've been using skin products for a while probably heard of something called bioplacenta. And bioplacenta is made from sheep. Now, we don't use any animal products in RG-Cell. We use only plant-derived products. So we figured out a way to have soybeans make the very same growth factors that are found in that bioplacenta, and so we call it phytoplacenta, or plant-derived placenta. It's kind of an oxymoron if you think about it, because plants don't really have placentas, but it's a very cool way to use technology. And we've used that in several of the ingredients in RG-Cell serum, where we insert the genes into a plant and have the plant make an animal product. And this technology has been around for a long, long time, but it hasn't been part of the cosmeceutical industry for very long at all. And while I'm talking about introductions to new technologies, I want to tell you something else. The biggest problem with stem cell activators is, even though they've been around for a while, getting them to the place in the skin. So how do we get this epidermal growth factor number 1 and phytoplacenta? And by the way, the other 2 that you should know about are caviar extract, and the last stem cell stimulator is the well-known blue-green algae extract. Now, what's interesting about all these ingredients is if you look up when they were found to be stem cell activators, you'll find that epidermal growth factor number 1, or EGF-1, has been around for quite some time. It's been used by plastic surgeons and other surgeons to repair burns and to improve scars. The problem with it was it had to be injected into the skin, because you had to get it deep into the epidermal area, the very deepest part of the outer layer of the skin, because that's where the stem cells live. In order to get it there, it had to be injected repeatedly by fine needles. And the same thing is true with the other 4 factors that I told you about. Those have to be able to get into the deep areas of where the stem cells live in the skin. If they don't do that, you're basically just slapping something on top of your skin. And I think there have been some stem cell products out there that have had some reasonable activators in them, but they've had no delivery system, no way to get them into the skin, so you're basically just covering your pores with it. So how did we solve that problem? We solved that problem with a nanoparticulate technology. First, what we do is we take the ingredients in RG Cell serum and make them into very tiny little spheres. How tiny? Well, tiny enough to actually pass through the pores. To be exact, it's 10 to the minus 9th meters, which is really, really, really tiny. The next thing we do is we encapsulate them in a lipid bilayer, what they call a nanosphere. It coats this ingredients package and allows it to pass through deep into the epidermis without getting digested by the skin enzymes or provoking any kind of immune response. Thus, we can deliver everything that we want to deliver right to the stem cell nests where they are and have these activators get to where they need to get. So that's the serum. Now, in order to make the serum even more effective, we've created a booster. Now, what's the difference between the serum and the booster, and can you use them separately? Well, you could certainly use the serum by itself, and all we would recommend that you do is wash your face. Now, we have a fantastic cleanser for you as well, but you want to wash your face with a non-deodorant, non-ingredient type soap, something that just takes the skin off, the dead layer of skin off, and leaves your skin perfect for absorbing the material of the serum. So you could use it that way. But we have a whole system I want to tell you about. And the second part of that system is the booster that we created. So we have these activators here. Now, what do we have in the booster that's different? The booster basically has what we call chemokines and cytokines. These are stem cell signals that call the stem cells to where they need to be to repair the skin and regenerate the skin. So in addition to waking them up, having them regenerate, having them behave like young cells, we were also able to bring them to the surface to the skin a little bit more quickly, a little more efficiently than it would be, especially if you have older skin. And this is basically the function of the booster, to call those stem cells up to where they need to be, start that differentiation process into the mature skin cells, and have those mature skin cells behave like young skin cells. And that's where the booster really kicks in. And the booster could be used daily, but we recommend that you only use it every 3 or 5 days a week. Should be plenty for that. So that's the second part of the system. Now, the third part of the system is what I call the blemish cream or the Phyto A solution. And the Phyto A solution is something that I use every single day, okay? And it's wonderful for blemishes and dark spots, and it's fantastic for acne. But I use it every day because what I've found is it just leaves my skin glowing. It really, really gives the skin a nice look, and everybody comments. I've never had nice skin. I probably never have perfect skin unless I go visit my plastic surgeon. But why do you want to do that when you've got something that over a period of time can do that for you? And so the Phyto A solution becomes a very, very important part of the system, and it's sort of the last step. And when I show you how to apply it in one of the future videos, you'll see how simple it really is. But even though it's called a blemish cream, I recommend that you use this twice a day. Again, after you wash your face, and it can be used after the serum and the booster as well. So the last part of the system is actually the first part that you would use, and that's the cleanser. Now you may be saying, well, Dr. Dave, why did you wait to introduce this first part of the system last? Well, the reason is because I know a lot of you are going to want to use just the individual parts of the system separately from each other, and they can be done. It can be done that way. You can use it that way. But this is a phenomenal product, and it's the best way to start. The best way to start with a clean slate on your skin. Now, I'm not a skincare kind of guy. As you can tell, my skin is certainly not perfect, but it's so much better than it was, and I think the entire system is responsible for that. So I would encourage you to look into this Phyto A cleanser. It's a phenomenal product. It will clean your skin in 30 seconds or less, the way it's never been cleaned before. It also smells amazing, and it is the perfect start to using the system. How would you use the system specifically? You would wash your face with this. You would then pat your face, and when it's dry, you'd apply the serum. Now, at this point, you could take a divergent pathway, and I'll get more into this when I talk to you about how to use these products. But after you've washed your face and put the serum on, you can then put on the booster, and when the booster is absorbed into your skin, notice I didn't say dried, I said absorbed, it gets sucked into your skin. Then you could use the Phyto A blemish cream that I told you about. It's so important for keeping that skin looking glowing and young. So it's a 4-part system starting with a cleanser. And in a very short time, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually use all these, and I'll be the guinea pig for that. So thanks for your time, and there's nothing like this product on the market. It's a hugely popular product with our clientele, and a lot of our local plastic surgeons are using it. It's getting to be very popular in New York City for obvious reasons, because that's where all the cutting edge people that do skincare are, and they love RG Cell and the RG Cell product line, and you will too. Thank you for your time.